Welcome to week 12, which pretty much means you've got the unit done, other than stepping back and taking time to make sure you get assessment number 3 correct. So that's all I really want to talk about today. The importance of this workshop 3. A lot of people will sort of say, I've got everything done, I don't really need to get to that, I've managed to survive without not. Well, if you don't come to workshop 3, make sure you watch it straight away afterwards, because there's been a lot of things happening in the background in the unit which hopefully will all come together and make sense. Why have we had a low cognitive load? What would be the challenge for you in trying to make the best use of this low cognitive load approach? How can that have helped you? What have been those obstacles which you all face? Some of you have got past them, some of you are still challenged by them. So that'll be our challenge on Saturday, to make sure that you actually understand the nature of the learning context that's been occurring around you, and then you can make sense of where that's worked for you and where it's been a bit of a struggle or a challenge. Okay? For those who don't engage, the ones who are not watching this, the ones who don't come on Saturday, the ones who don't watch the replay, then I can't help you in terms of your ability to reflect on this experience and make sense of it. Trust the process. The questions that you're being asked in section 2 relate directly to the way you've been able to engage in the process across the semester. It's not a normal unit in terms of saying, so do you know that content, right? Now remember, for section 1, all we're requiring of you is to demonstrate your understanding of the concepts. There's 20 odd concepts in the environmental interaction learning framework, and you've been given in the task instructions specific focus on some, and we'd love to see you using many of the other terminologies as well to demonstrate your capacity to integrate these terminologies, right? That's the hardest thing to do, right? That's the hardest thing for anyone to do with a framework like this. It's easy in the pre-test to tell us what they are, and most of you did that very well. It's not too difficult to try and use them in a fairly structured way in the interim learning report. But by the time we get to the final learning report, now I'm asking for you to sort of bring those things and blend them in together, and to demonstrate your understanding of that theory and those concepts through that integration, through that blending, all right? Now, many times you will hit that challenge where you think, I can't make this work. Use the hypothetical bridge. Bold the if, right? Highlight the if. Think of the circumstances under which your idea would work if, and bring that circumstance in to your discussion, okay? And then you can keep moving forward, right? And we can see if you understand these concepts in an integrated way, all right? So definitely were a lot of people who didn't highlight their key terms. Got to highlight your key terms, okay? Makes it so much easier when we're assessing your work to see them. When you get to the end, well, go back one step. When you're bringing in your CPS statement from the interim learning report, if you've got a great big huge 15 lines, don't bring that in. You're just wasting your words. Bring it back to 2 or 3 sentences, right? The essence of it. When you get to the end and you've told us all about the new energy you're bringing in, how it's going to change, the nature of the value creation process, what are the implications for that in terms of the balance between ecological and selective environments, the nature of the strategy that you're going to use, RK, specialist, generalist, and then you tell us concisely those 2 or 3 sentences. So what is the COS or CPS statement? Then leave a space for a new paragraph, and then tell us. And it's more compelling. Why? It's much easier to convince us that it's now more compelling because you've made it easier for the end user, right? You think there's the problem that the end user faces, you think there's an opportunity for a particular end user. Well, when you use your hypothetical bridge, Why don't you create the circumstances where that end user is definitely going to have an easier time or going to get more benefit or more value from whatever it is you're doing? Because if you use your hypothetical bridge in that way, it should be much easier at the bottom to tell us why this new revised CPS or COS statement is now more compelling than where you started, right? You're in control of that, okay? To me, it's logical. Create the story that suits the outcome you want to get, all right? Other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. If you can't make Saturday, come along on the Monday, 9 to 11. And if you can't make Saturday or Monday, then make sure you watch the recorded session from Saturday. It'll help you to understand some of the hidden logic that's been designed into this unit. We've allowed you to have some confusion. We've allowed you to get lost. We've allowed you to drift if need be. And there's an opportunity for you to come back and make sure that you can now connect back up. It's really important for Section 2 of the Final Learning Report that when you consider what have you learned about yourself as a learner and or your ability to be entrepreneurial in this unit, that you actually do make the connection between the design of the unit and your engagement with the unit, good, bad, otherwise, and what does that tell you about yourself as a learner, okay? If you can make those connections, it'll be much easier for you in Section 2. And remember, the first sentence of Section 2 should be a bold statement about what you recognize about your feelings and your thinking. Short, sharp. If you make that bold and it's just about you, then it's much easier when you put the first why in there, right? Because you've made a statement. So now you can ask yourself, why do I think that? Why do I believe that? Okay. Looking forward to seeing you all. And as always, if you've got any questions, queries, just reach out and I'm sure we can deal with them.